trick that I'll share with you. I can choose a better way with every little thought I think. If I wake up with a bad attitude, I fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
Hello and welcome. I am so glad you're here. I'm Beth, a creator-based coach with CMH Coaching for Life. I'm here today to help you and those you love create a life you feel grounded and at home in. Think of a life where you feel peace, love for those around you, and in a flow with just enough challenge to keep you happy and creating something wonderful. Sounds like magic, but it's not. You can create that life every single day. You can have a life full of love, excitement, hope, and creation. Our mission at CMH Coaching is to flood the earth with light through compassion, mindfulness, and hope. And I'm going to ask a favor of you. If you like what you see and hear today, think of someone you know that would enjoy and benefit from this message. Our mission is to flood the world with compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Share this with them. But for now, this is time just for you. So settle into whatever you're doing and enjoy this time with the girls, where we create that one awesome, amazing, perfect life every one of us is seeking.
What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? You gotta watch your thinking. Watch your thinking. Watch your thinking.
Welcome to A Creator-Based Life and happy holidays. We're talking today about confident connections and the holidays. And I'm here with Jacine Bonnet. You guys all know and love Jacine. And Jennifer DeRoos, who is an exceptional hypnotherapist and really good at imagery, really, really helpful. And so while we're talking today, maybe you guys can practice a little bit of your imagery, because I want to share in this idea of confident connections and holiday doubts and holiday challenges that you might be having. I want to just share just a couple of people that are near and dear to my heart. People, they just make me laugh every single time. Their names are Donna and Walter. Now, do you guys remember Fred Merce from the I Love Lucy show?
Yep.
Fred was bald and short and round and growly all the time. And when I think of Walter, that's what I think of with Walter. Only Walter's in his bathrobe because he can't see any point why he should even bother to get dressed. Smoking a cigar in his old frumpy easy chair in front of the television. So that's Walter. Now, Walter and Donna are married. They have been married forever. They're these timeless people. I have no idea how old they are. But Donna, while Walter is in the living room smelling the place up with his old yucky cigar, and it's not a good cigar, you guys. It's an old yucky cigar. Donna's in the kitchen and she's cooking, but whatever she cooks, it kind of just smells like dirty sweat socks in a pot. It's a bad, stinky smell. And so the two of them spend their time, him growling about one thing on the television and her cooking up this stinky food. And their specialty is creating doubt. So Donna is a doubter, as you can tell. And Walter's specialty is what if? Now, you guys might be familiar with a part of yourself that's a what if, but for me, it's Walter. Walter, what if? In his frumpy, beat up easy chair. And their little doubts and their what ifs kind of seem harmless when they get started, right? It's not a big deal. Like, I'm getting ready to go to this holiday corporate party with my husband, and I'm excited about wearing my new dress, and I've got the shoes that I feel really good. But then there's just this little what if. Well, remember in the past when you felt fat and you were at this party what if that happens again? Just a little what if. I mean, I'm excited about the dress. I love the shoes, but Walter's just got all these what ifs, what ifs. And Donna, she just doubts that I can do it. She just doubts whether I'm good enough to do it, or doubts if there's going to be somebody there to talk to, or doubts if the foods, I mean, she just doubts. So just kind of want to just think a little bit about your Walter and Donna. They may be somebody different in your mind's eye. And let's kind of let them, what's the word I want? It's the word of somebody, audit. Let's let them audit our time together today and see what we can learn from Walter and Donna. And maybe we can even help them some. Yeah. Jacine, do you have a Walter or a Donna? Or do you have the team?
No.
Not at all, right? No Walter or Donna in there.
You know, when you said what if, I was like, oh yeah, what if? Like that's JC. Like, what if? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's completely
what is
different.
that? And instead of the doubter, I'm more like, oh, that's going to be cool. So most of the time, I mean, I think that's, but I was really trying to find a Donna or a Walter in me. Now,
I
do
went
I
back to
have
my
others in my
30-year-old self.
family? Yeah, I have others in my family that's strong for.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm that balance for
You're
them.
the light. It's one of the
Yeah.
reasons we love you. You're the light.
But sometimes, it's good to listen and to just understand where they're coming from, because sometimes I hear people and they're like, well, yeah, but what if this or what if that?
What if
And
my flight is delayed? What if
sometimes
I miss my connecting flight?
I'm like, oh,
All of these what ifs.
then I'll find another one, right? So, but in that also, I've also learned to listen for the underlying, what's beneath that when I hear people say that.
Can
And
you elaborate?
yeah, there's a lot of like self-doubt, like just they don't
Like they're untested. They don't know if they really can.
I well, I don't know about that. Just
I think it might also be a sense of not feeling safe,
safe. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, let's talk about that.
control
Yeah.
of everything. Because people who have to control everything, they have a fear of not feeling safe. And so I kind of wonder that too sometimes.
That's a really good point, Jen. Yeah.
And by feeling in control, that equates to feeling safe.
Yeah. So they look for all of the possibilities of what might go wrong so they can counter them.
Mhm.
Because if they have a plan or if they have it countered, then they feel safe and in control. At least
And
that's
that really can
sometimes.
turn into spiral thoughts.
Yeah. That's just, yeah. Because I grew up in that environment. So I had to learn how to not model that behavior. And I have like Jacine in my family, those that are just like, that's what they do.
Yep.
There is something behind it.
So how did you step out of that need to control to avoid the spiral and feel safe? What tips or tricks have you used?
Years of therapy.
Yes. Well, what did you learn?
Well, just like what Jacine was talking about, just being aware of it. And I don't know, just wanting different, realizing it wasn't a healthy state to be in. But it's also a very natural state because, we want to avoid problems. Our
brain wants us to be safe. It's vigilant.
So there are some days I'm really good at it. Some days I am not. And in certain situations. So, I mean, I'm a 50-50 girl that way. I aspire to be more like Jacine.
Yes.
And so my what ifs are more positive instead of like, what if the sky's going to fall today?
Well, then the what if, like for me, the solution to the what if is what if it's great?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
what if
it all works out? When you taught me, I was like, well, dang.
What if?
There goes my drama. I have to turn the drama into something exciting. But it's true. Like if it's what if I miss my flight? I know, Jacine, you've had these incredible experiences by missing a flight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it is stressful because you think, oh, what if where's my luggage? What if it doesn't make it? What if this? What if that? And I've had experiences where I've shown up and my luggage hasn't.
Yeah, you've traveled a lot.
I've shown up to work things that were already started because my flight was delayed. And I think I just learned early on that it is what it is, and I don't have control of that. So, what can I make the best of? And I had an incident where my flight was delayed. There was some part on the plane that they had to fly into this airport to replace on the plane that I was supposed to get onto,
Oh
right?
gracious,
Oh,
that feels a little insecure.
you could like what if that to death.
Yeah, you could get that one going.
And that plane kept getting delayed and delayed to bring our part in, and so I think my flight was delayed by 10 hours, and, um, it was just an opportunity for me to sit with my Heavenly Father and find calm in that and find peace in that. Okay, what what do I need to do? And the cool thing in that experience was to look outward. And as I looked outward, I found a woman who was by herself and she was a mess. And
Oh,
she was going to miss her connecting flight to get back home to I think it was Turkey.
oh gracious, this was not a
Yeah.
short flight. Yeah.
No, and it was a big deal, like another connecting flight. It was messy.
Yeah.
And it was when I was able to look outward instead of, okay, well, what do I have to arrange? What do I have to do? What if, right? Just to sit and listen to her and ask her about her life and tell me about your family and what do you do? And that brought such a calm and a peace, not only to her, but to me. And it
Mhm.
made it doable. I think when we stay here and we don't
Everything
yeah,
facing in.
with others, that it becomes this big, huge, catastrophic problem when in the whole scheme of life, really, what's it gonna do, you know?
Right.
So
We were just talking about this. I might have to go find my quote because we just talked about it yesterday at Coach and Clear. But for me, we have that creator-based center in our practice of creator-based coaching. And so we can either have a center that's just us, or we can have a center that's us with our creator. And so we were talking yesterday, it was a quote by Ann Voskamp about points and
mhm,
where we're pointing in our life. And we
mhm,
pulled the diagram of the creator based, it looks like a sunshine with all of the rays going
mhm.
off of it, like rays of light, with the creator based center where we're sitting with our creator. And noticed not only does everything flow outward, but everything flows outward as a ray. It doesn't have an end point on it.
Oh,
So it
oh,
brings the ripple effect that we've talked about in the past. Like, for
yeah,
instance, we talked a little bit about having self-compassion. So in a creator center with the rays coming off, if you choose with your creator to funnel this compassion on this ray that just keeps going like a spaceship, it will not only help you to feel better about yourself, that's creator based, that self compassion, but it also funnels compassion and understanding out to everybody around you. That sounds like what happened at the airport.
yeah, very much.
You
Very
took care of yourself and you looked out around you, and this compassion then had a ripple effect. Who knows how far it went
right,
from the woman, and it blessed you, centered and helped you feel better, but centered and helped her as well. Then
right.
when you look at the other one that's just the self without the
Mhm.
creator in the middle, all of the arrows point in, and they can't be a ray because when the arrow comes in and it hits you, it stops.
It does. Yeah.
So in my mind, when I'm very focused on just self and the thoughts begin to generate, there's nowhere they're going to go. And pretty soon my head feels like it's going to explode because there is limited room there.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just, it just makes all the difference if we can have a creation center, a center with our creator, whomever that is in our lives. For me, it's my Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ. And to have them in the middle with me makes all the difference, no matter where I am. Yeah. Focus out.
Well, and then you can trust Heavenly Father and Jesus.
Yeah, they're a constant for me.
And then say, okay, I'm going to choose to hope, to believe, whatever, right? I'm going to choose, I'm going to just have this little mustard seed of hope that is going to be fine. And I'm going to choose that thought instead of the thoughts of doubt and panic and all of that stuff. Just
The
make
fear and the frustration and the anger that all get churned up when we don't feel like we can control things. Yeah. What were you going to say, Jen?
Oh, no, I'm just agreeing.
Oh, you're agreeing.
I do want to point out something that I love about what Jacine shared of when she was in the airport. It's just like, you just had that like acceptance of like, well, this is where I'm at. And instead of focusing on the problem, you're like, let's do a solution. Let's make something of the time.
Yeah.
And what can I do with the time I've been given right now?
Yeah. Because you had no control. You can't make that plane come any faster and that part appear. But you look around and see people who get caught up in that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they pass it along to other people.
Yeah. And
it's the ripple.
You could hear that all around. And for a hot minute, I was in that cycle, like, oh, how dare they, how could this happen to me? And how,
Don't they understand what this is going to do to my life?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's human. That's fine. Do that.
It's human. That's where we all go there.
It is human. And just like Beth was talking, when we're talking about the empowerment dynamic of moving out of the victim, that's just, guys, it's just a process. Have I always been that way? No.
It's a practice. We just keep practicing it. And in my Tai Chi class, the saying is, what we practice most, we get best at. What we love the most, we practice the most. So have fun.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so the idea, at least with the Tai Chi Fit, is have a blast when you come to class. Set it aside as time for you and have fun. There's no way to do it wrong. But what if you looked at life that way? Have a blast at the airport.
Yeah.
What we practice most, we get best at. What we enjoy the most, we practice most. So maybe the idea of what if it's wonderful? Just to hang on to, like Jen brought up, what if it's great? What if it's wonderful? What if this is an orchestration in my life for something really wonderful to happen here?
And you also taught me, the other one that you taught me is nothing has gone wrong here.
No, and we fought over that one. I don't know what you're thinking, but there is something that has gone wrong here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but I think it pairs nicely with what you just said. Like, if you have that nothing has gone wrong here, you can then flip into like, what is being orchestrated?
Yeah. What is happening in my life to that's going to be wonderful and great, or that's going to be wonderful and great for the people that I care about or that are around me.
And I think sometimes we miss out on a lot of really incredible opportunities or experiences because we choose to stay in like that state that Jacine described of just like being upset and not looking.
Yes, fearful.
Yeah.
Different is not deficient. Your plan may have been to go to point A from point A to point B in 6 hours, and it's different now. It's going to be 12 hours, but that's not deficient. It's just different. Yeah. That's so fun. Okay, so we talked about travel plans. What other holiday doubts do we have that we're familiar with? We have maybe self-doubts, maybe relationship doubts.
Yeah.
I mean, the holidays churns up a lot because that is typically a time where we have certain expectations for what's going to happen.
Mhm.
To quote my sister, I love it because she does this to me whenever I get bummed out about something. Expectations. I'm like, stop it. Well, if you didn't have that expectation, what would it look like?
Yeah.
So just thinking, what do you guys, what have you seen or run into with holiday expectations or things that might create doubt in yourself or about your relationships?
I had a friend tell me once about expectations, same of kind of like what
Yeah.
Sue was doing, right?
Expectations. Sue's so good at that.
She told me, she's like, Jen, you need to manage your expectations. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
So, you know, like going into something, if you are worked up because you know it's going to be conflict because family,
Right. Because
maybe
in the past, there has been conflict with certain family members.
Yes.
Doesn't necessarily translate, but there has been.
Maybe your story is that, you know, this is supposed to be a really good experience and family is supposed to act right and all that stuff. But that's your expectations to start. Why don't you change is like, this is going to be a hot mess.
And everything changes when you change the belief.
And
this is going to be so messy.
Yeah. And somebody's going to do this. I know they're going to do. So when you go there and it happens, you're like, yeah, you know, so you're like,
And for me, when I go in there and
Right.
it happens, it kind of makes me giggle.
yes. Cause you're like, oh, I'm on to you, or I'm on, you know, it's like, yeah.
It's like you have insider knowledge or something,
Yeah.
which you do because you've been living this experience for the X number of years that you've been going back for family stuff.
And can you imagine what would it be if you had that and then they showed up and they didn't do it?
Yes.
Then you'd be like, oh, this was great. You know,
It was amazing. However, if you did have the expectation that person A is trouble, regardless of what they do,
Mhm.
you
We're
will
gonna be
put
looking
a
for it.
trouble
Gonna
filter
see
in
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so if you go in with that filter of what if this is great, or what if this is messy, or whatever filter is real for you, whatever they do is going to change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because your belief is different.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think we show up differently when we have that. We can change those perspectives of our expectations, but I also think sometimes that it can keep us from not doing things,
Yeah.
not going and participating in things because, you know, we expect it to go a certain way or we don't expect it to go a certain way. So
Do
I
you have a
think a lot of,
story?
well,
Because I need a little bit more detail to
I
understand.
think a lot of it can tell you your own view of stuff, and maybe
Well, yeah, it does.
where you need to do some introspection.
Mhm.
Like, why is this going to do this one activity causing so much distress in me, or even worry or doubt?
Right.
You
Right.
know, and
What
then,
is this big emotion that I've got from the story I'm telling myself about this event?
yeah, and so then maybe you can have an opportunity to, maybe the event itself is fine, but you're just you just need to adjust a little bit, so then you can
Yeah.
have fine with the event.
Yeah, not
Well,
be
I have seen
rigid.
that when I begin to feel that distress or that big discomfort about something coming up, if I will check in with Heavenly Father and in prayer and tell and just say, this is what I'm feeling like. This is what I'm thinking. Will you help me understand it? That it will come back with new insights. So I can then work on clearing it or thinking about it differently, or, whatever the tool is that I have. Maybe it's a gratitude just for getting that
Mm.
inspiration and that direction.
Or
But
maybe it's a realization that maybe you just don't need to go do that event.
maybe,
Right. Right. That's
maybe,
really not
yeah,
that important. It's okay to let that one go.
So
yeah.
I think sometimes those feelings are leading us to have some better understanding of yourself and what is good and what isn't good for you.
Yeah. Well, and I think one of our biggest challenges at holiday time, the belief that we hold on to a lot of times, is we have to do everything. If I haven't done everything, I have failed in some way. I'm less than in some way or whatever. And so, yeah, you're right. When you begin to give yourself leeway with a family event or a purchase or a party or a decorating, whatever it is, You don't have to do everything. Things really open up.
I think it's
Very
a really good practice to, as I'm just thinking of people that have maybe kids in college, and maybe they've got one or two kids at home, but kids
Mhm.
in college or grown children, or maybe we're getting together as brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, and we don't have any children there.
Right. Extended family.
Just having conversation beforehand, especially if you're hosting, have a conversation with your guests beforehand and say, maybe they're not your guests. Maybe I'll do an example, like for my adult children. You know, I resonated with what you were saying, Beth. Is trying to make everything perfect and having to do everything, make all the food, make the house,
Make all the food
house
just the right
beautiful.
way. Everything has to
Yes,
be just right.
yes, just
God,
right.
it's
And
a terrible burden.
just
Yeah.
like we did when they were kiddos, and this and that, and
Like I saw in the last Hallmark movie I watched.
right, yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
And and it's really interesting when you ask the question. So I would ask my daughter, all right, so just really, what do you want this? What do you want this to look like for
What's
you?
important to
Like,
you?
yeah, what would be important for you? Tyler, what for you? What is most important? Yeah,
Yeah.
what do you want this
We
to look
had that conversation this year with the people in my household. Yeah, where I
like?
said,
It's
what would
important.
make this a great holiday for you? And it was crazy. Well, Jared.
Yeah.
First thing was presents because he's still, I want presents
Mhm.
and I want to see my people. And that was
Yep.
it.
Yep.
That
No,
was
don't
it.
think
I
about the
want my people
decorations.
and I want presents. He didn't care if there were decorations, what the food was, what the activities were,
Right.
those things. Yeah.
Right.
And
And
usually for my family, it boils down to I just want to see my people. Can we just have a good place to get together?
and do some fun games, or yeah,
Yeah,
whatever the,
whatever.
hey, I
Yeah.
really want to play this game at Christmas time, or you know
Uh-huh.
what,
This
I just want to
tradition.
lay on the couch. Get mom, could you like take
Yeah.
care of my four children?
Yeah. Or one of my family's thing is I want to go Christmas caroling out of
Oh,
the whole because when they were kids, we started we would go Christmas caroling. Troy would take them Christmas caroling. And they would go sing to the neighbors while I set up the Christmas Eve thing that we were doing. And then they would come in the house and everything would be done. And so they have this association now with caroling, and we just have always gone out to sing. And
oh,
so it's carried over to theirs. But that was what mattered. They didn't care that I wasn't making any fancy food. You know, they didn't
right.
they didn't care about the presents. They just wanted to do these things that were meaningful to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. And I'll bet it made a big difference to Jess.
Yeah, just to be able to say, "Oh, you know what, mom? I really want those cinnamon rolls."
Yeah. Did it reduce your stress
Yeah,
by
it
having
it does. It does, just to know what was important to them, and then I had 3 or 4 things to focus on, but really, like you were saying, Beth, it really boils down to, let's just get together and chat and enjoy each other's company, and
and
that's
nobody cares if there's dog hair on my floor.
that's
They just really
really
don't. And when people are coming to my house, the first thing I see is all the dirt. But that's me. That's all me. It's got
right.
nothing to do with them. And so when I start thinking, okay, they don't care, I can restructure those thoughts.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
and do something more productive. My mom's thing was,
And
oh my gosh, you guys, my mom's thing was, oh, we have to organize this kitchen cabinet. Like, what guest is going to be in our hall
nobody's going to look at your
closet
kitchen
or in your
cabinets.
kitchen cabinet? Like, and she would literally go and be organizing these things that didn't even matter. And I know there's something beneath that, but
Probably a controlling thing like Jen was bringing up that we
yeah,
can feel control.
here's what I can
I
control.
can count on.
Yeah. So interesting though. We're just like, just could you focus on something different, Mom?
So Jen, what's the most important part of you when you celebrate for you when you celebrate? What would you say if somebody said, we're going to have this get together? What would be most important for you?
To me, it's the people.
Yeah, it's the
and like
people.
how we connect and things like that. I mean, it's interesting because I have a few friends that I have noticed in our get-togethers, and I kind of think I think it's also part of how they show that they love people. Like they love,
Right. Their love language.
yeah. My one friend, she loves to create get-togethers that are almost like Martha Stewartish.
Yeah. Oh
Yes.
gosh.
I love those too.
Oh,
They're
I
fun.
would sign up to go to that.
Oh, I know. They're absolutely fun. But being the
Invite me.
yeah, but being like what I do, I sit back and I watch and I'm like, you are causing yourself so much stress.
Yeah.
Causing yourself so I mean I see her stories and I see her die and it I want to go and help her understand that, certain things, but it's not my place, but I can see how it's her creation and having people come is what she loves to
It's
do.
the way she loves it.
And
Yeah.
in doing that, she creates an environment for those people to connect.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So it is. I totally see how that is what she does. Yeah.
And that is holiday, right?
Yeah. And that's her.
That is what holiday is to her.
That is her importance, is having a very wonderful get together with everything so that her people that she loves can connect.
Mine is let's go for a walk.
Oh.
That's mine. Let's go for a walk. What about you, JC? What would constitute holiday for you? What would be something you really want to have?
Just hanging out in the living room and laughing. Just so much laughter.
Laughing. Oh, yes, laughing.
That's holiday to me.
Yeah, that's me too. The funny inside, old movies we used to watch lines and stuff like that. Yeah, that connection.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's shift it around a little bit. Let's talk about things outside of family at this point, where we're going to be out maybe in work groups or community groups or different things, and maybe Walter and Donna are active. We've talked about transportation, we've talked about family gatherings. What else might be challenging with a doubter? That doubter part, that part of generating doubt.
For like if you're going out and about, I mean, I have friends.
Or about the holidays.
Like I'm just not gonna fit in, or
I am different. People don't understand me.
Yeah.
There's a lot to take.
This is gonna make me crazy. They're gonna play the stupidest Christmas songs that I hate. I'm just saying.
Or the games. They don't want to do the games, right?
Do that. Yeah.
Right. So what would you do with those thoughts so that maybe you could feel better about going? Instead of having to dread for 2 weeks until the event comes and then feel stifled all the way through the event. And then when you're finished, just have the relief and move on. That just steals all the goodness,
You miss out on the
But how can you not do it if you always have?
I'm thinking right now, it's kind of what came to my mind was because I'm like, I don't go to certain things because I'm like, I don't want to play that stupid game or make that stupid craft.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm sitting here thinking, going, but isn't this the season of giving? And what's more to give than your time and even you're not wanting to, because whoever is creating that party, it's important to that individual that people show up. And it's important.
So important. Yeah. Showing up is the whole thing.
You may not care for that game, but for some reason that individual really wanted that to happen. So maybe I give to her a willing participant.
What a gift that is.
That was just kind of what was going in my mind. And I'm like, yeah, because it's easy to go buy, like a gift, money and things like that, but it's not easy to put aside your I hate this game or, or
opinions and discomfort.
Yeah. So I was thinking about that. It's like, it is a season of giving. So why don't I give up, my story and, that type of thing. So I don't know. That was going through my brain. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I just got schooled,
What an incredible gift that is to give.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah, the gift I'm going to give my friend is I'm going to give up my story.
Yeah,
or
I'm gonna give a willing heart.
Yeah.
I'm willing
yeah,
to do what she wants.
My time. And
My
not just
time.
my
willing
time,
to
but
do-
my non-attitude or something,
yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I don't know if I can do my non-attitude, but I could show up and
Yeah.
I could
Mhm.
give to my friend.
Mhm.
There
or
might still be a little eye rolling, I don't know.
Yeah.
But there'd
behind
be
the
lots of love.
there you go. Well, and I know that I've heard this said a lot of times from people that I don't want to go to a potluck because I don't know who made that stuff and I don't know what their kitchen looks like and
Uh,
I'm not gonna, why would I come and why would I eat? Well, I've had with because of health challenges, I've had restricted um I
yeah,
don't even call them
choices. You
restricted.
need to have very
I have
specific
different,
foods.
yeah, I have different, my body has different needs.
Mhm.
And what if you, like Jen said, you let go, you still come and you participate with the people, have it be about the people, not
Yeah,
about the food or the entertainment, but make it about the people.
yeah.
And make it about, maybe you find someone who's sitting off by themselves and you be the one that goes over and sits next to him. Hey, it's good to see you. What's going on? Yeah.
And you know what? That has been one of my biggest solutions is to find the person sitting alone.
Yeah.
Because when they brighten up, then the person next to them brightens up and things begin to get lighter. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I
Mm.
think the greatest gift and the greatest thing that I have seen to battle doubt is gratitude.
Oh,
To
yeah.
come in for your hostess who made the Martha Stewart experience with gratitude, or to come in with for the hostess who made the really silly game with gratitude for all that she did and all that she worked on for you, and that changes me when I flip that around. There's no room in my brain anymore for the self-centered anything because that gratitude just comes pouring out. That makes a huge difference for me.
I know a lot of times
Aren't we all just looking for acceptance and community and belonging?
Yes, we need it. It's
yeah.
inbred in us. It's part of our DNA. We need to be connected.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
and gratitude is a connection. Yeah,
yeah.
good
Yeah.
point. Good
Yeah.
point.
What were you going to say, JC?
I think a lot of times when I'm feeling judged by others,
Mhm.
it's because I'm freaking judging them.
Yeah,
Like,
that's exactly what it is. When I get judgy, that's the question I'll ask myself. Oh, and when I'm feeling judged, what am I judging?
Mhm.
yes.
It's really, truly, it's me.
And
Yeah.
then, so that's what triggered that thought, Beth, is when you and Jen were talking about gratitude. So
Mhm.
if I can shift, recognize that I'm feeling judged or, oh, they're looking at me that way
They
again.
don't like me, or that was
Yeah.
dumb, or whatever it is
Yeah.
that's going on in your brain.
Whatever it is then recognizing that I'm having the thought, number one, and then number
Mhm.
two, stepping back and saying, what was I thinking
Mhm.
What
about
was going on in my brain?
my
But there it is.
because
Mhm.
there was a sitcom Mark loves to watch. It's Last Man Standing, and
Mhm.
with Tim Allen, and they had a thing last night. I caught a little bit of it, and it was about his wife and his mother-in-law, and his wife was concerned because mom's coming to town and she's always so judgy and she's always this and she's always
I'm
that.
so uncomfortable, and it's so
Yeah.
wrong, yeah, that she's
I-
here. It's all her fault.
all her fault. And so she's putting together this bouquet of flowers and she worked really hard on it to make sure her mom would like it. And then she's telling her husband, but I know she's not. She's gonna walk in and she's gonna go like this. She's gonna cock her head and look
Uh-huh.
at it.
You know
And
it's happening.
yeah, and judge it, and make some snotty comment or whatever. So of course mom walks in, comes over and
Does
she's
she cock her head?
cocks her head. Well, fast forward through the sitcom, right? Um, they have a point where they're coming together. Well, mom, you always judge me. You tell me, when am I judging you? Well, you did it when you came in and looked at the flowers. You just, and she's like, honey, I have this thing that goes on in my head, and in order for me to like really see well, I cock my head so I can get a full picture, you know? So that just hit me. It was like, how many times am I feeling like somebody's judging me when
Yeah.
they're just trying to get maybe a whole picture? Yeah.
Getting the whole picture. I love that. Maybe they're just trying to get the whole picture. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So good, you guys. So good. And we hope that that helps you with your doubts, some of these holiday doubts, and it really helps you with your connections, that you can connect with other people more confidently. It all boils down to this. Jacine, review it for us one more time.
The the get out of the drama triangle and get into the Christ-centered triangle. And
Yeah,
that's where we are the creator with our Heavenly Father and our Savior Jesus Christ, rather than the victim or the persecutor or the
the
rescuer.
rescuer, which we'll do another series on in the spring. We'll
Yeah,
go through all of those roles too.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
can
So,
work with
but
them.
there is a way when you recognize it and you if repent and you just join with your Savior, then you can create something beautiful.
Yeah, and you can change. And yeah, and life looks so much better than
Yeah.
when you're in that victim space, right? You
It's
want to know something really
fun.
cool? This, we're starting just shameless plug. We're starting Tai Chi class. I think it's the 5th or 6th of January, whatever that Tuesday is. And at the end of Tai Chi, every time we end with what's called a heart opener. And at the end of the heart opener, we do this. We do the drama triangle. And
Oh,
we'll quite often we'll do it 3 times as we share the energy from ourselves for ourselves. And then the second time from ourselves to someone special that needs it. And then the
mm,
fourth time from ourselves to the members that have attended the
oh,
session that you're in. And when you look at that, it's just perfectly because you're opening your heart and you're shifting out of the victim and into the creator, and you're letting that light come through
wow.
for everyone that you're with. So as we start to practice together, we'll get to there's our drama triangle right there, but it's not drama by the time you're done with class. It's been
Mm,
really good. We opened registration for that this week. It's gonna fill up really fast. I mean, I opened it yesterday and we've got a lot of people that have already registered. And I'm gonna limit the class probably at about 20 people because I want to be able that everybody will get the attention they need for teaching. So if you have any interest at all, it's in the Monday morning inspiration. You're going to want to go ahead and sign up
mhm.
on
Do I
Tuesdays.
have to register or will you just count me in?
I'll register you,
Oh,
Jen.
thanks.
Yeah, I'll register you. But yes, I thought of that this morning when your registration hadn't come in. I'm like, oh, I need to say something, or maybe I just need to add her to
You
the.
just need to add me.
Yeah, yeah, it'll work. It'll work. Yeah, but
Mm,
it's going to be really fun. The people that I have seen come in so far, it's just going to be a really good group. And I think it's such a natural thing to be in this meditative movement state that it really does let a lot of awareness come up so that you can do the clearing and the make the progress that you want as you're meditating is really beautiful. So that's happening. And then Thursday, we're going to do the year-end review class. And I just can't tell you, thank you so much. I need it so bad. Will you talk about it?
Yeah, so the year in review, we are going to review our year and ask ourselves, did I start the year with purpose? What was that purpose? And in
How did
that purpose, how did I do throughout the year, month by month? Did I
It's not
forget
gonna be
sometimes?
pretty when I report,
Oh,
just so you know.
that's
I did a
okay.
lot, but I looked at my goal list and went, "Sweetie."
But and then also in that too, like when the things that we didn't get done,
Mhm.
weren't they really that important?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's going to be that opportunity to look at it from a 20,000-foot view and
yeah,
then bring it down and really, really hone in. What is it that's going to be most important starting 2026
which is so close now.
to 2025? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is so
What do
close.
I want
And
to start, stop, and continue?
yeah, It's going to just be so good. Thank you for teaching it. And it follows so perfectly after what's your word? Because if you have your word for next year, it will factor in perfectly to your year-end review and your restart.
It will. And we can use your word from 2025 as part of the review, right?
Yes. Yes. And then in January, we'll do inspired goals so that you can put it all into action so that you can move forward. It's going to be just really helpful.
Yeah. And we decided for our book club this month, we're just reading a Christmas book. So this week we read a book called Comfort and Joy by Kristen Hanna. And it's a really, it's a short
one.
It's not long, super long. And it has some twists and turns, but it really, really is real life mixed with comfort and joy. So
I love that. Is it on Audible?
On Audible. Mm-hmm.
Good. I've been working on cutting back my screen time.
Oh yeah.
Because with the longer nights, it's really tempting for me to turn the television on at 5:30 and not turn it off again till bedtime.
Yes.
And so I've been trying to postpone it and not do as many screens. And so Troy and I have been listening to an audiobook together, as we're doing things in the evening before the actual television comes on. We watch a show. That way we're only watching one episode of the show instead of 4, healthier, much healthier. Yeah. And doing other things. I'm rediscovering all kinds of things by making this choice to not do so many hours of screens in the evening. It's really been very relaxing, very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Thursday, y'all come join us. I will try and get this up really quick so that everybody gets the message. The sign up for that class was in the Monday Morning Inspiration. If you ever have a struggle getting anything done, you can always just send an email, beth@cmhcoaching.com. You can actually send just about anything at cmhcoaching.com, and we will get it and we will reach back out to you and help you because you matter. You matter to us and you matter to a lot of people in this world. We want to help you out. So happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Keep your triangle balanced. And let's see if we can't stay in creator mode through this season.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Till next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
Hey, thanks for joining us today in A Creator-Based Life. I hope you felt that compassion, mindfulness, and hope you came seeking today. You can find more of it at cmhcoaching.com or on Linktree/cmhcoaching. Of course, any social media outlet, we're there too. Because you felt the benefit and light in this message, please invite those you care deeply about to join us. Help us to create a ripple effect across the globe of compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Then we can create a creator-based life together. Have a great week, y'all. We'll talk to you soon.
I just fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything, with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. Whoa, day by day, I pave